Has anyone ever stopped you mid-conversation? Just to ask, wait, how old did you say you are? Maybe they thought you were younger. Much younger. A full decade, perhaps. At first, you might have laughed it off. Called it a compliment. But let me ask you something deeper. What if looking younger than your actual age wasn't just about skincare routines or lucky genes? What if it's a subtle clue? A quiet signal of something much more profound? Something that lives deep beneath the surface. Rooted in how you think. How you feel. How you live. Because as it turns out, people who consistently appear younger often share a unique psychological profile. Hidden traits that shape not just their appearance, but their energy, their presence, even their longevity. And today, I'm going to peel back the curtain on those traits. We're going far beyond serums and sunscreen. We're diving into mindset. Into inner rhythm. Into choices that rewrite the story of aging. So if you've ever been told you don't look your age, pay very close attention. You might finally understand why. But before we begin, take a moment to tap the like button and subscribe. Because what I'm about to share is just the beginning. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. 1. You carry an unshakable spirit. Have you ever noticed how some people walk through life's fiercest storms? Yet somehow, their face tells no tale of the battle? They've endured heartbreaks, betrayals, empty bank accounts, and the silence of loss. But when you look at them, you'd never guess the weight they've carried. Their secret? An undefeated spirit. A mind that refuses to surrender. You see, your thoughts. They hold far more power over your body than you've been led to believe. Stress, anxiety, emotional wounds. They don't just live in your head. They carve themselves into your posture. They dim the light in your eyes. They show up in your skin, in the way you move. And in the energy you radiate. Those who seem to defy time itself. They're not simply lucky. They've mastered something rare. The art of emotional sovereignty. They don't let their emotions rule them. They choose how to respond. They've learned a truth many never confront. Stress is a silent thief. It doesn't just rob your peace. It quietly steals your youth. Take a look at those who age before their time. You'll often find they've allowed stress to set up camp in their minds. They dwell on regrets, clutch onto bitterness, and wake each day in quiet dread. And that emotional state forces their bodies into survival mode. Flooded with cortisol. The stress hormone that draws deep lines on the face. Drains vitality. And casts a dull shadow over once bright skin. It doesn't just make you look older. It makes you feel older. But then, there are those rare few. The ones who rise, no matter how hard they fall. Life may bruise them. But they never let it break them. They carry a quiet resilience. A strength of mind that shields them from the weight of the world. And you know what? It shows. You see it in the glow of their skin. The sparkle in their eyes. And the way their presence fills a room with vitality. So if you've ever been told, you look so much younger than your age, pause for a moment and ask yourself, are you the kind of person who keeps moving forward, no matter what? Do you smile through the storm, instead of letting it soak you in sorrow? If so, you may already hold the ultimate secret of youth. Not just in how you appear, but in the way your soul refuses to grow old. And if you haven't yet discovered that strength, there's no better time than now. Let go of what you can't control. Draw power from the very things that try to break you. And above all, never surrender. Because no matter how hard life tries to wear you down, only you decide whether the scars land on your spirit or on your face. 2. You embrace change and refuse to let fear define you. Have you ever met someone who, no matter how old they are, still radiates energy like they just stepped out of their youth? The kind of energy that makes you pause and wonder. Does time even apply to them? They move through life with wonder, with openness, with a spark that feels almost childlike. And yet, they're not naive. They've simply unlocked one of the most powerful secrets to lasting youth. They embrace change rather than fear it. See, stubbornness is a quiet thief of vitality. When we resist change, we don't just slow down mentally. We trap ourselves in cycles of stress, frustration, and emotional decay. The mind stiffens. Habits grow stale. And the body begins to carry the weight of that resistance. It's more than a mindset. You can see it. In the furrowed brows. In the heaviness of someone's walk. In the tired way they greet the day. They aren't really living. They're just surviving. Now contrast that with people who seem timeless. Whether they're 50, 60, or beyond. They don't let age define their limits. They don't say, "I'm too old for this." They say, "Why not?" They are lifelong learners. Curious explorers of the unfamiliar. They challenge themselves, push boundaries, and step into the unknown with a lightness most of us forgot we had. This flexibility, this mental agility. It's not just good for the spirit. It's a powerful shield against aging. Science backs this up. People who keep learning, trying, and connecting socially and intellectually. They retain sharper minds, stronger bodies, and more resilient emotions. Their brains stay lit up. Their spirits stay in motion. And the outside? It reflects that inner vitality. There's a glow to them. A softness in their expression. They aren't weighed down by regret or rigidity. Instead, they emit something undeniable. A youthful presence that cannot be faked. So if you've ever wondered why some people seem to grow old overnight, while others move through time untouched, look at their relationship with change. Those who resist it, they age faster. Inside and out. But those who flow with life, who treat uncertainty like a grand adventure, they hold on to something rare. Youth, not just in appearance, but in soul. The truth is, aging isn't just about time passing. It's about how you respond to the things that come with time. If you close yourself off from change, you may start feeling old long before the mirror confirms it. But if you welcome the unknown, stay curious, and refuse to let your mind grow rigid, you'll carry a kind of energy that makes the world stop and ask, "What's your secret?" 3. Your mind never stops asking why. The curiosity that keeps you young. Ever met someone whose energy felt so vibrant? You could swear the years had skipped right over them? They might be in their 40s, 50s, even their 60s. And yet, their eyes sparkle like they're still in their 20s. There's a light in them that hasn't dimmed. What's their secret? It's not just good genes. It's not some luxury anti-aging serum. It's curiosity. The kind of curiosity that asks questions. That seeks to understand. That wakes up each day wondering, what can I learn today? You see, youth isn't about how you look. That's a myth we've been sold. True youth begins in the mind. And the moment you stop being curious, the moment you stop learning, exploring, questioning, you start to age in a way no cream can reverse. A stagnant mind creates a sluggish body. Those who settle into routine without ever seeking something new, they lose that spark that once made them glow. You can see it in their eyes, dulled by repetition. In their voice, lacking the thrill of discovery. They're not really living. They're just passing time. Now compare that to someone whose mind never rests. They're the ones trying new hobbies, asking deeper questions, challenging their own thinking, and treating life like a grand, unfolding journey. Their minds stay sharp. And because of that, their bodies follow. Science proves it. Mental stimulation keeps the brain agile, slows cognitive decline, and can literally delay the aging process. But curiosity goes even further. It changes the very frequency of your energy. Ever notice how curious people seem to glow? Their eyes light up. Their expressions are animated. They radiate a quiet enthusiasm. That makes them seem younger. They don't see life as something slipping away. They see it as a story still unfolding. And that mindset spills over into everything. Even how they look. So if people often tell you, "You look younger than your age," ask yourself this. Are you still curious? Do you find joy in learning something new? Do you challenge your routines instead of repeating them? If the answer is yes, then you've already unlocked one of the most powerful secrets of youth. Because here's the truth. Being young isn't about how many birthdays you've had. It's about how alive your mind still is. So feed that fire. Let curiosity burn brightly within you. And time will never truly catch up. For you let your emotions flow freely, and that keeps you young. Have you ever seen someone whose face seems to carry the entire weight of the world? The furrowed brow. The tired, guarded eyes. The stiff posture that tells you, life has drained me. Now, contrast that with someone whose face feels light. Whose eyes shine. Whose movements are fluid, expressive, almost effortless. Even if they're older, there's something undeniably youthful about them. What's the difference? It's not just genetics. It's emotional expression. See, emotions were never meant to be bottled up. When you suppress how you feel, whether it's anger, grief, disappointment, or even joy, you create an internal pressure. One that your body quietly absorbs. It's like poison accumulating over time. Tense muscles. Shallow breathing. Deep lines etched into the face. Years of emotional suppression don't just weigh down the spirit. They reshape the very appearance of your body. Think of someone who never shows how they feel. Their face locked in stillness. They don't laugh freely. Don't cry openly. Don't speak their truth. That stoicism may seem strong. But inside, it comes at a cost. Stress hormones like cortisol spike. Skin elasticity declines. Energy fades. And the immune system takes a hit. And that's how they age, not from time, but from unreleased emotional weight. Now think about those who age gracefully. Whose faces stay open and expressive. What do they have in common? They allow themselves to feel. When they're joyful, they laugh out loud. When sadness comes, they let it rise. Instead of locking it away. They cry. They share. They release. And in doing so, they remain emotionally honest. Which, in turn, keeps them light. And keeps them young. Their faces don't carry the tension of silent suffering. They carry presence. Animation. Vitality. It's no wonder that cultures that embrace emotional openness often have people who seem more vibrant, more alive. Emotional release is a natural anti-aging tool. One no luxury product can replace. In fact, studies show those who express their emotions freely have lower stress levels, better physical health, and greater mental well-being. So if someone tells you, you don't look your age, maybe it's not the serum you use or the gene pool you inherited. Maybe it's because you don't let emotions rot inside you. You speak. You cry. You laugh. You release. And in that release, you're setting yourself free. Not just spiritually, but biologically. Because here's the truth. The face mirrors the soul. And those who let their emotions move through them, instead of burying them, they stay young. Not just in appearance, but in spirit. 5. You surround yourself with positive energy, and that's why you stay young. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt drained. As if the air itself was heavy? Or maybe you've been near someone who didn't say much, yet within minutes, you felt your energy slowly slipping away? That's not your imagination. Energy is contagious, whether it's positive or toxic. And if you're constantly exposed to negative energy, it doesn't just wear on your mood. It seeps into your body, tightens your muscles, fogs your thoughts, and accelerates how fast you age. The truth is, the people you allow into your world can either help you stay young or silently steal years from your life. If your days are filled with complainers, critics, and emotional takers, it's only a matter of time before that energy shows up on your face. Stress hormones rise. Your body tenses. Your posture shrinks. And one day, you look in the mirror and wonder why you feel older than you should. You can see it. In the furrowed brows. In the dimmed eyes. In the quiet exhaustion people carry around without even realizing it. But then, there are others. The ones who somehow glow, no matter their age. There's something radiant about them. A lightness. A spark. So what's their secret? They're intentional with their environment. They protect their peace. They spend time with people who uplift them, who laugh with them, dream with them, who breathe life into them, not pull it out. They know that negative energy is slow poison, and they've chosen to detox their lives from it. And guess what? Science backs it up. Studies show that positive social connections lower cortisol levels, reduce inflammation, and even slow aging at a cellular level. That's right. Kindness, laughter, and heartfelt conversations don't just make you feel better. They actually help your body stay younger. So the next time you see someone radiating youthful energy, even in their 50s, 60s, or beyond, don't assume it's genetics. Chances are, they've chosen to be surrounded by light, not shadow. Now take a look around. Who in your life lifts you higher? And who drains you quietly, little by little? Because here's the truth. Even if you eat well, exercise, and sleep right, if your soul is surrounded by negativity, your body will carry the cost. The good news? You have the power to change it. Choose light. Choose laughter. Choose the kind of people who leave you feeling more alive after every conversation. Because in the end, youth isn't just about how smooth your skin is. It's about the energy you carry. And that energy? It's shaped by the company you keep. So if someone tells you, you don't look your age, it might not be luck. It might be the result of a life surrounded by people who help you truly live. 6. You live with passion and purpose, and that's why you stay radiantly alive. Have you ever looked at someone and felt, without them saying a word, that they've quietly given up on life? Their face blank. Their posture heavy. Their presence dimmed. As if they're not really living, just passing time. Now picture someone else. Someone whose very presence lights up a room. They speak with fire in their voice. Their eyes sparkle when they talk about what they love. And you feel more alive just being around them. What sets them apart? Passion. And purpose. A reason to rise each morning. A spark that keeps their inner fire burning. When someone loses connection with what excites them, what moves them, life begins to dull them from the inside out. Their body reacts, just like it would to physical inactivity. Except this time, it's the soul that's gone still. And the result? A face that looks tired. A spirit that feels older than its years. But then there are those. The ones who live with purpose pulsing through them. They don't wake up with dread. They wake with intention. With curiosity. With drive. They're creators. builders, explorers. They have something to chase. Something that pulls them forward with joy. That energy? It fuels them from the inside. And it shows. In their posture, their gestures, their glowing, expressive faces. And science? It backs this up. Studies show that having a clear sense of purpose reduces chronic stress, lowers inflammation, and is directly linked to longer lifespans. When you're pursuing something that fills your heart, whether it's a passion project, a career, a creative craft, or simply a mission to give and grow, your brain rewards you. More dopamine, more serotonin, more of the good stuff. That lifts your mood, sharpens your focus, and infuses your body with youth-giving chemistry. It's not magic. It's biology. And it's visible in the way your skin glows, the way your body moves, and the way your soul refuses to grow old. So if someone's ever told you, you look younger than your age, it may not be your genetics. It might be that your soul is being nourished. That something in your life is feeding you, giving you a reason to keep going. Not just to survive, but to live fully. Ask yourself this. Are you truly living, or just existing? Because when you're stuck in a rut, uninspired, disconnected, it doesn't just affect your spirit. It wears on your body too. But if you're lit up by passion, driven by something that matters, you carry an energy that bends the very rules of time. Because the truth is this. Youth isn't measured by birthdays. It's measured by how alive you feel inside. And those who live with passion? They don't age. They blaze. 7. You've let go of the past, and that's why you radiate timeless grace. Have you ever looked at someone and felt like they were still trapped in something that happened years ago? The distant stare, the weariness etched into their face, as if they were living each day through the weight of unresolved memories. The truth is, holding on to regret, resentment, or shame doesn't just burden your heart. It transforms your body. It creates a heaviness, a tension that seeps into your muscles, your skin, even the way you walk into a room. Every unresolved argument, every painful memory replayed like a loop, every guilt that lingers long after it should have passed. It all adds up. And over time, your body starts to carry the cost. Stress hormones like cortisol spike with every moment you dwell on what can't be changed. And slowly, they accelerate aging. They wear down your skin, your energy, your immune system. Bitterness has a shape. It hardens your face, drains your eyes, and leaves behind a kind of tiredness that no sleep can fix. And in a very real way, life begins to leave its mark. But then, there are the others. The ones who walk lightly, whose faces are open, warm, expressive. People who, no matter their age, radiate something serene, something ageless. What's their secret? They've made peace with what was. They've chosen not to let old pain write their present story. They understand that clinging to hurt only deepens the wound. Not for the person who caused it, but for the one still holding it. Instead of obsessing over what can't be undone, they root themselves in the here and now. They choose growth over guilt, healing over hate, freedom over fear. And science backs them up. Studies show that people who practice forgiveness and mindfulness have lower stress levels, stronger immunity, and even longer lifespans. Letting go isn't weakness. It's renewal. It's giving your body and mind permission to stop fighting and start healing. And the result? You look younger. You feel lighter. You move through life with a grace that time can't erase. So if someone once told you, "You seem so youthful," it might not be the face cream. It might not be your DNA. It might be because you're no longer carrying what once crushed you. You've chosen to walk forward, not backward. To breathe deeply in the now, not gasp for air in what's already gone. That decision, to release, to forgive, to live, is the most powerful anti-aging gift you can give yourself. So ask yourself, what are you still carrying? Anger? Shame? Old stories that no longer serve you? Because the moment you decide to let it go, to stop dragging what isn't yours to hold anymore, that's the moment you return to yourself. Lighter. Freer. And yes, younger. Because in the end, the past is a weight. And those who learn to release it carry a light that time simply cannot touch. So if you've ever wondered why people say you look younger than your age, now, you have your answer. It's not just about lucky genes. It's about the way you think, the way you live, and the kind of energy you choose to nourish every single day. And if you haven't felt that youthful glow just yet, maybe it's time to start. Time to embrace these powerful psychological habits that don't just change how you feel inside. They change what the world sees when they look at you. If this video spoke to you, if it opened your eyes or touched something deep inside, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Because we'll be diving even deeper into the hidden truths of life and the human mind. And hey, share this video with someone who's always mistaken for being younger than they are. They might just see themselves in a whole new light. Now tell me, down in the comments, what's the wildest age mix-up someone's ever told you? I want to hear your story. Until then, stay radiant, stay resilient, and I'll see you in the next one.